Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my uh, Spiritual Sense YouTube channel. And in this particular YouTube channel, I go over things in regards to the paranormal. So I discuss topics in regards to hauntings, curses, out of body experiences, soul travel, pagan belief systems in regards to Wiccan, hoodoo, voodoo, Hinduism, Buddhism, agnostic, as well as atheist movement. And so I also incorporate a tarot card reading into this podcast as well. Now, I'd like to first start off by saying that this podcast is for entertainment purposes. So if it just so happened to, uh, coincide with your life, they may be by chance or even by happenstance. Okay. So I'm going to start off by saying my prayer. So I would like to pay homage to the riches that I favor, which is Bashet or Basset, Yamaya, Shango, and Osiris. So with deities, you could call upon them in times of assistance with needs, such as, infinite knowledge, wisdom, capability, and understanding. Um, so with that being said, um, I'm going to proceed with the reading for today. Now, today is Thursday, March the 31st. And so I want to say my prayer, Father Supreme Being of all being. I don't know what this reading is on, but I do feel like it is a relevant reading. So I ask for infinite knowledge, wisdom, capability, and understanding as I do this reading. Okay. So today I am working with my angels and ancestors oracle cards here. They're fairly new. They are my new favorite tarot cards to have. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so I'm going to lay down the cards, but before I begin to lay down the cards, I'm going to say that there's several spreads that you can do if you are looking to get into tarot card reading. There are several spreads out there. The spread that I favor the most is the Celtic Cross, which is a 10 card spread. You have 6 cards in the middle, and then you have 4 additional cards for more clarity or understanding in regards to your reading. Card 1 is going to be on if you are, are fuzzy about a situation, some type of clarity, or on a particular person. Card 2 is going to be the obstacle or hindrance. Card 3 is going to be what's above the situation. Card 4 is going to be the root of the issue or reason. Then you have card 5, what's occurring or what may occur. Card 6 is the past or what is occurring. Card 7 is your attitude. Card 8 is um, what's physically surrounding. Card 9 is hopes, fears, and dreams. And card 10 is the outcome. Okay. So oftentimes if I do a reading and I'm fuzzy about the reading, I may have to pull out one or two of my supporting decks for more clarity in regards to the reading. Okay. So we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right now, this reading right now it just came in my spirit. This reading, I feel as though, is in regards to negativity, negative energy, negative energy. That's what I feel. Um, I feel as though someone is in a situation where they feel smothered, where they feel trapped, where they feel like, no matter what I do is never enough. Highly critiqued and criticized is what I feel. I feel like someone is being bullied, is what I feel. Like I feel like this reading is in regards to someone being bullied. And I have my cards faced up. I haven't even paid attention to the cards. Okay. But it just presented in my spirit. I feel as though this reading is in regards to someone who has been dealing with some bullying, um, cyber, I believe it's cyberbullying. I believe it's bullying on in terms of your employment. I feel like people perpetuate this because of how you look. Simple as that. Something simple as how you look. Now, hear me out. I had my time, back in the day when I was, younger, you know, I bullied, but I was way young, you know. And but I feel as though you will be very surprised as to how many adult people bully and do it on a consistent basis. I mean, just it's nothing wrong when a little laugh here and there. When it's no feelings are not involved, but oftentimes when it gets out of hand and feelings are involved, then this will we have to say, okay, we have to come in and do, break this up. Okay, so I feel as though this reading is applicable to someone who is dealing with bullying. Be honest with you. Um, Part one, I have Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Follow the voice of your soul. So the voice that is within my soul lets me know that this is something that has been troubling you for quite some time. I feel like has weighed down on your spirit, and I feel as though you have many days where you just don't want to go on. I mean, you may feel as though there's a dark force. Because if you take a look at this card, these are very vibrant, beautiful cards, but this particular energy, it's a dark energy. Is what I show here. It's a dark energy. Is what I show, and I think that they taught you to manipulate you and control you into being what they want to be, just to turn around and taunt you about the next thing. So, this let me know that you are dealing with some dark forces around you who are not happy with how they are. You just remind them of how they feel about themselves. Because if they truly had joy and purpose and substance in themselves, it wouldn't make a difference what you look like. Simple as that. Okay, card two. So this is what the obstacle or hindrance are. I show Air Guardian. It says shift your perception. I just said this. They're trying to get you to shift your perception. And I know the card may not exactly meant that, but because I'm doing this reading in regards to what it just put in my spirit, I need to get this out. I need to convey this. So this is somebody that bullies you in order to get you to see things their way, meaning get you to be how they feel as though you should be. I feel like this is something that has weighed on you heavily and on your heart. And I feel like this is something that has weighed on the hearts of many people. I'm not going to be gender specific, because I feel like this is applicable to many people, but I'm targeting older population. When I say older, I mean grown people. Grown people. I feel as though this is what this is. And when you are spiritually in tune, you will know that you are sensing, picking up the senses and of those from behind, or those who's coming in, meaning the younger population or the younger people. Because I mentioned I don't like to talk Bible verses because I'm not a Bible person, and I'm not to not offend nobody who is, but I do feel as though um the saying about once you become a child, you no longer want to indulge in childish things. And I think this is what that is. I think that when you begin to question spirituality and the things that are written, this is God's way of letting you know what is true versus what is not true. And I think, oftentimes when you're curious, or even if in terms of mockery, that will coincide in your being. You will be the very thing that you question or curious about, or may have taught and poke fun about. That is true. Um, so card 3. This is what's above the situation. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. So yes, this is a suggestion. I suggest that you alleviate from the negative energy. Somehow I feel as though this is coming from somewhere that is above you, because this is in the cards three's position. That's what this is. So this is someone who, I'm not talking about intellectual. I'm talking about, it could very well be a a supervisor, a manager, husband, a wife, or whoever is the person that's up. It could very well be location. It could be a relative or whomever that stays up, far up from you. It's pointing up, is what I'm getting. So that lets me know it's coming from up. Okay. Now it just gave me an inclination. I did change my hairstyle or whatever. I feel as though this is somebody who is very superficial, and they judge you based on your hair. It just gave me that inclination. It just gave me that inclination. I feel as though I'm speaking to someone who is being judged based on their hair, simply based on the hair. That's what I feel. And I feel as though this is common. This is a common thing that you would see amongst many ethnic groups and things of the sort, where many people may focus on it or not pay attention, but you'll be very surprised as to what that is. If you are here to do a job, or you're here to do whatever it is you're here to do, long as it's clean, it does not make a difference. What difference does that make? But I feel as though I'm talking to someone who has received some bullying because of hair. And something is letting me know I'm talking to men as well as women. This is not just, you know, one particular gender. I feel like I'm speaking to, both genders. Judgment based on hair. Okay. The root of the issue, I show protection guardian, drop your shields, is what it is. So this is somebody who is wanting you to change your look, change how you are. You get over here, then they want to get you to change this. You get over here, they want you to change that. So I think that I feel like I'm speaking to someone who is natural, is to be honest with you, because when I'm geared to do something, that lets me know that's what I need to speak about. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who is natural. I feel as though you are making a statement with your natural hair, and the people really could care less what your hair look like, but because they feel as though you are making a statement with your hair, is the reason as to why this bullying is transpiring in the first place. And God is going to make that apparent to you. So if I feel as though you're doing something that may be sending cues or clues to somebody to cause, any type of detriment to me, then I have to get you away from here. And I feel as though this is what's going on in your situation, where they feel as though you're throwing off cues, or you're doing something that, hey, I'm not customary to, I'm not used to. And I feel as though that's simply what that is. It has nothing truly to do with your hair. Okay. Now for card 5, I have wise one. Again, grow within your current situation. So I show that I'm speaking to someone who is older once again, and I'm not talking about just older woman. I'm talking about an older man, ethnic related. I feel like this is ethnic related, meaning people of color. I feel as though you're going to be very surprised. Now, let me let you know this. You're going to be very surprised as to the ones that are forefronting this bullying because, there's a saying, um, you know, throw a rock, hide a hand, so to speak. I feel as though this is coming from another group of ethnic people is what I feel like. And I feel like one group is telling you about what another group is feeling and what they say and what this is what they're saying in essence is what I feel. So I feel as though this is a uh ethnic group that's being taunted by something simple as their hair. It also let me know that they also taunt them by their thoughts. The thoughts, meaning how they think and how they feel. That's what it lets me know. He said, bring in some more information in regards to the ones that are telling it. So the one that's telling it is being presented by way of um as though they're being mentally disturbed, but we know exactly what that is. That's what lets me know. So for card 6, I have Stargazer. It says set your sights higher. So again, it's letting me know you need to pay attention to and focus on who is over where you are going in regards to it could be very well a store, management, the owner, or whomever. Typically, when you begin to take on certain mental things, that's the God making it apparent to you what that is. He's making it apparent to you where that dark energy is coming from. And oftentimes, one would tell on the thoughts of others. So it may appear as though you're crazy, but you are telling on my thoughts. You're putting my business out there. You're making me look contrary to what I want to do or what I want to present. And that's what I feel that is. It has really nothing to do with the actual hair. This is called insecurity. This is called a lack of self-love. I did a episode on I want to say it was one day last week. And in regards to love of self and self-love and appreciation of self and adorning oneself. And that's when it became apparent to me that this is what a message that needs to be, you know, distributed or displayed for many people. You'll be very surprised as to how many people lack self-love and are self not confident in themselves. We all would go through, about what low confidence, perhaps low self esteem at one point in time or another. But when it's a continuous chronic theme, you have to ask yourself, what is this coming from? What is this dark energy is coming from? Because oftentimes, you could be, if you are empath, such as myself, you could very well be picking up on energies of someone else, or you could be someone is actually bullying you or what have you. And I think this is what that is. So card 7, the attitude. High priest, intend and create. This here is a um this right here is letting you know the intent. This is the intent behind it all. If you begin to study that card, this is an intent to get you to do what it wants you to do. See, a lot of times, I watched the movie earlier, and I'm one of those thought provoking movie lovers where I like thrillers. I like movies that just kind of have you thinking, and you just kind of like okay, and different people may take different things from the movie, so to speak. So I watched one of those earlier this morning, and many times we as and when I say we, I'm saying we as a people, um, being of African descent or black or whatever, oftentimes when we see that we have crossed over, when there is a belief or thought that someone has crossed over, it's ultimately natural for us to feel distrust. That is natural. That is normal. We all feel that way. Like, oh my gosh, I can't trust you. I don't know what to say around you. I don't know how to censor myself around you. I have to be guarded around you. I don't know who you go report me to or what you're gonna try to do me in and things of the sort. So that is natural, and I do understand that. But I think this is a need for communication and support amongst us as people of color across all spectrums. And I feel as though this is um instead of me coming forefront and telling you what my desires are, well, I can go get whoever to tell it for me. And many times um we'll be okay with that. But then when it gets out of hand, that's when you have emotions that takes place. The spirits are not going to know one way or another how to take it, particularly if there are spirits that are quick to react to a situation. So some things are best left unsaid. We all kid or whatever, as long as you have that understanding that you can do that. But you would know when something is done with a more deeply hurted notion, like when someone perhaps are using you as a scapegoat, so to speak, because of something that they have been wronged about, and they need you to bring awareness to that. And oftentimes you will find that to happen all the time. um So I think this is an intent to invoke. Now, card eight. Card eight is what? What is physically surrounding or what you sense. So I have Knight. Be brave and honest. When you know the enemy's job is to do what it's there to do, you just play right along with it because you already know this is how they got things set up. The enemy's job is to steal, kill, and destroy. It will do as it will to do so. And when you have to understand when those spirits fall down, they're falling down to take the just as well as the unjust. So if you are able to get yourself out of those situations at best, if it seems as though it's volatile, particularly if you're in a workplace environment where you may feel like there is some um maybe some workplace violence, because with me working, I have to always state, working in healthcare, violence against healthcare workers is real, as any other workers. I mean, I'm presuming the banking system, corrections, as such, uh, law enforcement as well. So you have to number one, look out for number one. If that situation seems to be volatile, you want to remove yourself away from that situation and to try to call assistance as much as possible if there is a real imminent threat. Part 9. So we have part 9, which is what? Hopes, fears, and dreams. Hopes, fears, and dreams card. Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. So this is how God is going to put the spirit in you. So as I mentioned, synchronicity and serendipity goes hand in hand when you're working with the spirit of God. When those spirits agree, they're going to come in unison for you. So in essence, it works the same way when you have a discerning spirit and God is going to put that discerning spirit in you to where you would know that, okay, this is imminent danger versus not, and I need to be the one to move myself from this situation because Death Angel is walking and he is thirsty. He is thirsty for some souls. So you have to have the better level head to say, you know what? So look at it in an enlightened way. If you see somebody whose hair looks like this, and this, this is not the best my hair can look, or what have you, just look at it on a better way. Perhaps there's something going on upstairs, not my upstairs, but somewhere else. Because oftentimes, those negative energies are looking to come around. You got to learn to deceive those negative energies. Don't play into their delusion or their disillusion. Don't play into it because that's what his job is there to do. Card 10, we have this as the outcome. So it says a white witch, which is a witch that is not malevolent. Okay. Be the light. So you want to be a light. You have such witches that call light witches. They practice light enlightenment. You want to be the wise one. You want to be the one that is the smart one. You don't want to allow this to what? Turn you into something that you're not, shape-shift you, or bring out a demon within you or animal in you that you didn't know was there. So you have to be the level-headed one to say, you know what? I'm not going to even go off of that superficial stuff. I'm just going to let it pass and go forward. Because, the enemy will use the most trivial things that has nothing to do with anything to get its job accomplished. So I do feel as though this reading is applicable to older persons who may be dealing with some superficial bullying and harassment. Right now, I do. And I feel as though this message is not only to healthcare, as I mentioned, across the board, bullying and feeling the need to measure up and, criticizing and critique and things of the sort. And so I want to call upon your angels. Call upon your angels. God has us angels assigned to us specifically. That's going to see us through our situation. That's going to what? Bring some sense of solid serenity and clarity into our lives. And I'm not talking about somebody coming in and harming anybody, so I'm not condoning that. But I'm talking in the essence of to guide you and to give you a wisdom. Wisdom is actually a voice. She has a soft voice. I don't know if you ever heard of wisdom, but this is a soft voice. It's a stillness and a soft voice. It sounds like an angel. And people won't believe it. They won't believe it. It's a soft voice. And she'll speak right here. It's a stillness. See, a lot of times God will encase you into a situation to give you more clarity about his angels. They are around. It is a soft voice. I heard it less than 3 times in my life, less than really 4 times in my life. It is a soft stillness like no other. Okay? So be wary, as I mentioned before in the previous podcast, when you summon your angels, and I'm talking about the spiritual, I'm not talking about You know, I do use it interchangeably. I'm talking about the actual unseen forces. They come around and you have to stay on key. You cannot straddle. You cannot do it. Plain and simple. I feel like many people need to hear that reading today. And off topic. I I'm going off topic because right now he just did this in my heart. Somebody out here heart is under repair right now. Like I feel like your heart, you're gonna see a change in your heart. That's what I feel. It's gonna be a movement in your heart. It just showed it to me, just as uh, simple as me being here. It's gonna be a change in your heart. It's something in regards to your heart. I saw it go in this motion. Take your hands, say a prayer. That's what it lets me know, and just do this over your chest. And Wilson gonna speak to you. She's a soft voice. This is a soft voice. It says just go like this, and once you feel it, it's going to be a radiation of abundance, a radiation of um, positive abundance and energy out of nowhere. Just do this to your heart, and she will speak to you. And you're going to find out what mental illness really is. It's a battle upstairs, but we're not going to say what it is because you don't want those spirits. This is why you have the different languages, because you don't want people knowing what you're talking about, meaning those who have not received that gift. You constantly, there's all different types of spirits around. So when they begin to understand what you're talking about, they'll try to intercede what God has for you. Just take and go like this, because there's restoration coming to your heart. I can feel it right now. I can feel it. Just simply go like this and see what wills will speak to you. And it's not going to be a demon. It's going to be of God. It is. It's going to be of God. A soft, gentle voice. A crisp, gentle voice. Okay? So I do thank you for tuning in to this podcast, Spiritual Sense. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.